Dear Alexandra Piric and Manuel Pelmus, may these notes find you well. My name is, and I am writing to you as I have a dream I would like to share with you. Since autumn 2013, I am the new director of Archive, a wonderful treasury full of important notes and images of the history of art from the late 20th century. This job is a dream as well, and, by the way, I got the acceptance from while I was in Venice in late summer 2013. In Venice, I saw your wonderful project. I was so fascinated and deeply touched by the performance of the artists. I stayed there for a long time, as you can see as well in my blog. So I came to the idea, or let's say, I have the wish to develop a program that is close to your latest Venice work, as in 2015 the will be years old, and this has to be celebrated in a proper way, as I think that the performative approach to famous works in the history of the exhibitions is a very interesting, and for the general public, it is a very sensitive approach to history and the history of art, and at the same time. I'm working together with the director of museum and the new professor for history. We all have separated ideas, but all fit together, and I will make a fantastic celebration with aspects for everybody. It would be wonderful to have your performance on the opening day for our important celebration. Yes, I do understand that, as you wrote me, you work with a different time frame situation, and that the work is not about one-time event in the museum or a celebration. So I was thinking that you could present your performance at the opening, and then once more at the closing after 3 months. Will that be all right? Dear Manuel, together with my colleague, we developed a curatorial program structured in episodes. I thought that the format and theme of the exhibition would fit your performances. I was very happy that the dates coincide with your trip and I would like to discuss your possible participation in our event, ideally with a performance, maybe derived from your experience in the Venice Biennale. Yes, sure, I understand that the work in Venice had a site-specific dimension and that it worked with a longer time frame, but we have only 1 day for performances during this episode, and we would really like if you could participate. Dear Alexandra and Manuel, I am writing to you because I would like to invite you to participate in an exhibition we are planning for spring next year. The exhibition is dealing with the experience of values and faith in currency and how the two have always structured our interpersonal relationships. The character and the material substance of the artworks will be focused on aspects such as the ephemeral, the immaterial, and open production processes. For this reason, I turn to you and would like to invite you to participate in our project. I would be glad if you would propose a performance within the exhibition space that deals with the leitmotif of our show for our opening. Court Lady, North China, Tang period. Early 8th century. Earthenware with multicolored lead glazes and traces of pigment. Mr. and Mrs. John D. Rockefeller III, collection of Asian art at Asia Society. Dear Alexandra, dear Manuel, I am a Swiss artist and was looking to contact you as I would like to ask if you would like to show a part of your marvelous performance, immaterial retrospective of the Venice Biennale, within my show in one of the largest and renowned galleries in Eastern, located on Lake in June next year. I saw your performance at the Venice Biennale in the beginning of October this year and was absolutely delighted to see this fresh approach in art performance. I have never seen anything in this form as far. Magnificent, truly superb. But I guess you have been flooded with requests and inquiries from all over the world because your performance was, and still is, a pure success. Yes, I appreciate and understand that the immaterial retrospective performance was especially executed within a defined context and location, and one cannot just displace it or apply it within another time or space, as you wrote me. Okay, are there other possibilities? Yes, of course there are. Your contribution would be a marvelous and enlightening performance within my one-man show. It would be up to you what you would like to present and how long the performance would actually take. There is enough space as the gallery has approximately 1,000 square meters, divided in 4 rooms, and the cafeteria attached to it. The gallery is located next to Lake, near the German and Austrian border, beautifully situated, especially in the summer. Dear Alexandra and Manuel, hope you're very well. We're just on our way after spending time in the Kunsthalle, which is very beautiful, and also in meetings with the director, to get a better sense of the space and audiences. I am attaching images and floor plans of the space to give you a closer idea. After this trip, we have decided to concentrate the performance program during the opening weekend. What would be great is if we could catch up over Skype so that we can hear more about what you're working on and to let you know more about the spaces and other works included. How is next week looking for you? I know that we spoke about a longer time frame, but we are operating with a tight budget and are currently in the process of raising further funds and will submit an application as well as explore connections through the embassy. We were also wondering if you have any further potential sources of support in mind. It would be great to hear your thoughts on this. Dear Alexandra and Manuel, let's do business first, so that after we can concentrate on having dinner. What are your plans for the summer? Good. I would like you to come to our festival and do a performance for the opening, like a retrospective of the festival, maybe similar with your work in Venice. Yes, we could think of a small budget. Hi Manuel, so nice to meet you again and see your work at the Centre Pompidou. Do you remember me? Performance is now all over the place. I am very critical to it. You know, it's all just this experience economy. By the way, I'm doing a PhD on performance in the museum. Can I send you a few questions via email? I am the French curator with the Japanese artist girl, who talked with you during the official opening in Venice. I would like to congratulate you again for this fantastic project on proposing an ephemeral history of the Venice Biennial. I am curator, specialist in performance, based in Paris. I work for a museum and on curatorial independent art projects. This fall, I will be curator associated in charge of performance for the International Contemporary in Paris, which takes place between, and I have to conclude my program for the next weeks. I would love to work on the idea of reenactment. I mean proposals inspired by historic performance. So maybe you and your partner could be interested to be a part of this program. I will appreciate to collaborate with you on a performance. For the performance, we would like to propose you a 500 euros fee. Yes, it is true that we paid 20,000 euros for the insurance of that painting, but those are different budgets. Thanks. Best, cordially. Hello. So nice to meet you. Your work at the Venice Biennial was amazing. I thought, oh my God, they revolutionized Venice. No, I'm serious. I mean it. Our art space is now totally independent from the brand. Oh yes, you are right. It does carry the same name as the brand, but we don't have to place items of the brand inside the exhibition space anymore. We have an amazing space, and we do this exhibition focusing on the Romanian art scene, and we would love you to be part of it, maybe with a performance. You can have any space, even the kitchen. By the way, we usually pay performers 300 euros. Quotation of John D. Rockefeller, the founder of Asia Society. The ability to deal with people is as purchasable a commodity as sugar or coffee. And I will pay more for that ability than for any other under the sun.